What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's no longer with us.
What?
The door.
Well guys, that ain't something that you see very often. The payloader on the low boy, but we've got a project. We're gonna be hauling gravel in for another grain bin project this summer, and which is supposed to actually have happened by now, like the dirt work, but due to the rain and trying to farm, it's been set back. So nonetheless, I gotta get down there. I guess we're gonna be digging pit run out of a gravel pit to the southeast of here. So we're gonna get her down there, try to get set up so when the weather allows. It was raining this morning, might rain this afternoon, but we need to get a stockpile of gravel on the yard in between the rain events. So there is actually the bend parts, some of them. The rest, the main sheets and everything, are in the shed. But the project is going to be taking place right in this general area, which is also where it likes to pond water. So it's going to be an experience with, I'm hoping that it quits raining, but the water table is going to be an issue. So nonetheless, that project is not going to be happening today, but we have to get prepared for that, and it should be interesting to watch throughout the summer here how the progress goes on that and what the water table is like this year. We gotta dig like 10 feet deep, and it's normally wet on a dry year that deep, so should be exciting. Well, here we are, the pit. I'll show you guys what we gotta get into here in a little bit. The tight, low-hanging trees. That's a nice loader, 950K. It is about as humid out as I think it can possibly get. When the sun comes out, it gets scorching. So, that's class 5. I don't know whose it is. There's some, I'm guessing the county's crushed asphalt there. That's probably the county's. I guess they made that pile when they dug that hole that's now full of water. Because the water table, as you can expect, is extremely high this year. And we are supposed to dig out of this bank, right where I'm standing, maybe up to that pile there, up to that hole. But the problem is, and that's why I'm here, to try to get this set up for when our truck drivers start trucking, they're not driving in water. So I'm thinking this is gonna be my best approach right here, because that looks like it's dry, water there. That looks deep. Push my way in and then start pushing my way back out, maybe make a pile. Let's try to get a nice ramp built somewhere here. So let's get unloaded. So those of you that were around and watching the last time we built the grain bin, we only had like a 11-12 mile basically straight haul from the farm to the gravel pit that we were at. Well, unfortunately that gravel pit, the pile we were pulling out of, is gone. So we're forced to go to a different pit, which is fine. We just have to dig it out of the floor of the pit, which takes our payloader away from the farm, helping there, but hopefully we can get a big enough stockpile that when we actually get digging the hole, that we can get the payloader back to the farm. The only other downfall of it is twice as far of a haul now. We'll get her done. It worked. Boy, I sure didn't give myself much room here with the truck. Wow. This is sure nice having that. Don't have to drive a tractor all the way down here. We made it to the bottom. Now it's to determine if that's going to be my road. Where are we going to dig at? That isn't called water. Kind of filled in some of this, which looks like you can drive on it even though you filled it in. It's not really squishy, and that should improve, hopefully. Only had to put like a foot in there. So what I'm hoping is after I work on my ramp a little bit more, the trucks can pull in and then scoop there, dump up that ramp, hopefully. That bank is really hard. So I'm trying to just make a basically tall enough pile where of loose gravel so they hit the bank, and where it's hard they have something to raise and fill their bucket with loose gravel. And trying to get started off nice, straight and level rather than what it was before. Obviously, I've been at it here for probably a half hour, just pushing, leveling, filling in holes, making this ridge. Woo! What do you think? Should work? Obviously, I've piled up a lot there, but I wanted to get away from this water hole because I put a bunch of gravel back in it so that I could actually get to the virgin soil. Let's jump out and let's look at this stuff. Well, before I got out and then a truck pulled up, so we got Johnny's driving Big Black. Eric sounds like it's in Kenny behind him.
Best looking gravel pit operator I've ever seen.
Man, you're awfully generous with the compliments today. This trailer's a lot taller. You're good to go. All right, I think I'm done here. I explained kind of what I was told to do down here and what the pit owner wanted done and what I've been doing here, so hopefully we're good. So this is virgin ground, never been crushed or anything, so I'm really impressed. It's really, there's not many big rocks in it at all. This will work. This will be great. There's a couple of rocky veins right here. There's the sewer rocks size stuff that'll get mixed in, and that's fine. This is unbelievable gravel for coming right out of the ground and not through a crusher. But I'm gonna head back to the farm and see what else I can get into. They're gonna just keep hauling, loading themselves, and well, they're gonna be at it for a few weeks. It's a lot better weather today. It's a new day, new day. We're into planter winterization, which is basically grease. Brody washed us yesterday. We're doing our opener checks because as I was greasing the row cleaners, I'm looking and there's no pinch point anymore on most rows. Makes perfect sense. They're shot. Total junk. So we can put that in the book, so when we pull this in for winter service, we know we got to order openers when the sale happens.
The sale.
But I'm probably not going to be putting deer openers on again.
No.
Gonna go with the wear parts. These are, they've seen their life. They've done our job. Also, this planter did a lot more acres than we anticipated. We pretty much ran every one every day. And I didn't intend on that. Plus, this one did 412 acres or something of replant. So, maybe even got more acres than what the new planter did. Gosh.
Isn't that something?
It is, yeah, it's sad actually. But makes me very glad that we kept her.
Yeah, we wouldn't be where we're at today.
No, we wouldn't be. What is Duggo doing? I hear a grinder grinding. Don't ask questions. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's no longer with us.
What?
The door.
What door?
The door that's been being saved since 1990. Maybe 2000.
Oh, it was in the old shop?
Yeah.
You got mad at it, huh?
I'm done with storing stuff like that. So it's part of the dumpster now. Yep.
Did it fall on you or something, or just...
No, it was live action, but nothing to see here. Nothing to
You've
see.
been putting stuff in this dumpster. Have you gotten a bill for rocks yet?
No, I haven't heard nothing about that. So, not saying you should, but evidently
You can.
I got away with it.
So ever since we got the folding corner deer head and the Gehringhoffs, we haven't used the header cart. And so this has actually been sitting outside, which I know it shouldn't, but out of all the things that we need shed space for, this is not high on the priority list, but all the tires blew up on it. Like, I mean, out of 4, 3 of them blew up back here. The front ones seem to be fine, but as you can see, the cords, and she's bulged. This is supposed to be flat like that, and it's now round, and I have a feeling sitting in the sun had something to do with it, but they're junk. Need 3 more tires for something we don't use, but if we ever need it, it's gotta be usable. So we have to unfold it to hit a couple more grease zerks, and that we couldn't reach with it folded up. We also measure openers, which you've seen us do, and just quickly look over stuff to try to write in the book so it don't get missed, and if we remember something from in the season. So we don't normally service these now just because there's so much other stuff to do when it's nice outside. Do it during the winter time. So all openers are shot. The fertilizer ground driven pump chain looks like it's end of its life. Now some of that stuff you'll probably catch in the winter anyways, but now before it's coming in the shop I can know what if there's parts I need to order. And there's a fertilizer line that's kinked on row 8, so that would mean check over all of them come the winter time. I think we're gonna clean the screens out. We try to do that just so that when it's in the shop in the winter we don't get fertilizer everywhere, because on this system, as you've seen in our new planter with all the fancy technology and poppet valves, we actually winterize it, but 1034.0 does not freeze, so we normally just leave this thing the way it is. We do need to get RV antifreeze. I think we take that off, get RV antifreeze in this system to save the pump, because it will eat the cast iron pump up like really quick. Looks like when we were running it, we must have been pumping a lot of air, so it looks like it blew the lines out pretty good actually. He really Brody cleaned this thing. This is unreal. This was so full of mud. So full of mud. This was just... Brody, we need to get some RV antifreeze in that pump, or you'll be very disappointed next season.
You can go to hydraulic.
He wants hydraulic driven. That would be nice, because then you can just turn it on and off, but listen to him complaining. He's complaining. Brody, it's simple. It's simple. You put it down, it goes. Simple to push a button too. True. When mud gets on this tire and you're going 10 miles an hour, this whole mechanism here really bounces. Well, the planter's kind of on hold right now. I think we cleaned the filters out. I think it's pretty much done, but it's a beautiful spraying day. I don't know if we can drive out there because we got 3/4 of an inch yesterday. It might be wet, but nonetheless, we got a black bean field that needs to be sprayed. So we're gonna try to get the Apache hopefully unfolded and get over this sprayer, because this sprayer has corn spray in it. That's got corn spray, this got bean spray. And yeah, we need to clean one out and we'll probably use that one. We kind of want to use that because the 2 tracks really seem to rut up in the black beans, and you cut them so low and with your head pitched so forward. If we have a wheeled unit, that'd probably be our best option. So we're gonna see if he can get unfolded and get close enough here to get the boom up over there and blast it in. The brakes are a bit squeaky. Really tight. Oh, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. You should see how focused he is right now. Can you side shuttle? Okay, so I'm hoping by opening that, we'll be able to blast in, but I need to find what section this is and turn all the nozzle bodies sideways. Okay, so what we've done is I traced that line, it's section 10, and we're gonna open that bottom of the filter up, hopefully turn the boom on in section number 10 and just squirt it right in the tank. And just like that, only one call to figure out how to run it, which was like a 30-second call because we were doing it wrong. Naturally, we got it figured out. Now it's working great. So it's the end section. You can hear the, what are they called again? NCV, the poppet thing clicking, because it's trying to spray, but I have this turned like that so that it can't spray. And then it's all coming out here. Ooh, it's foaming. All right, just like that. Woo, man. We got her offloaded. We actually did one rinse cycle with maybe like 40 gallons in there, and boom, recirculated it back to the tank and blasted that in here. Now you're probably thinking, well, don't that just dilute your solution? But there's now 600 gallons in this sprayer. I like those nice and tight, or they open up sometimes when you get rammy on it. When you get rammy, you know, when you're plumb full. Lots of pressure 2,400 gallons has. But 30 gallons and 600 gallons, and it wasn't pure water, it was a lot of chemical. I'm not worried about it, it'll be perfectly fine. All right, we got the sprayer rinsed out. Now we're getting loaded up with the chemicals we need for the first pass black beans, black turtle beans. So we're gonna get that COC oil, generic Raptor, Basagran, AMS, Clethodum. I think that's it. Come forward some. You might have to re-grab. You gotta come ahead another 8 inches.
That much, huh?
That much. Yep, now side shuttle forward. Yep.
Go down?
We'll try that. Yeah, this'll work great.
Ah, good.
I need to get another strap to strap this down with though.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. I'd hate to have that problem. So this is pretty cool that I can have 2 different crops worth of spray on. So this is Roundup, that'd be a big no-no. Your whole field would be dead. This is atrazine, also a no-no. So that's for corn. And now I can have a lot of the black bean stuff we order in jugs. It's Eric, imagine that.
That dive is hard!
So we can have multiple chemicals. That's why we're using this trailer. The other trailer's got the soybean chemical on for spraying soybeans, and that thing is a pain to rinse out to switch from one chemical to another. So this one's super simple.
That ain't gonna work.
What? Why is this pallet so enlarged?
I gotta flip around and lift the stuff backwards, sideways, or what?
Will it fit sideways?
I don't know.
This is gonna be a big load. A big load. That's a seed pallet. That's why it's so big.
They gonna fit?
Yeah, lots of room. Turn to your left, some. Yep, straight in. Look at Grandma giving her. That is work ethic. Just trimming away. I suppose somebody will get offended that I'm letting my grandma do that, but I think she's never asked for someone to do it, and I think it keeps her active and doing something. And there's nothing wrong with that. I need both hands. Man, I don't think I've ever had her this loaded down
Why
before.
didn't you just take off that other pallet for today?
Oh, because I never know where I'm gonna end up. You know how it goes around here. Yeah, just go out and spray 300 acres. 12 hours later, you spray 1,200. All right, we're here filling about 600 gallons in. We're going for 1,200. Basically a plumb full load and a new operator.
Like that.
Brody. He's gonna take a whirl in her. He's got thousands of acres in a deer self-propelled, so we'll see what he thinks after he works and works the kinks out of the learning process.
I'm
You ready to learn?
going to the north field so you can't see me.
Okay. I'll be here, listening to music, mixing up next batch. You gotta get her down to 50 gallons or she ain't gonna fit the next batch.
No, it's gonna be hard.
All right, I'm gonna mix up another batch. Look at that nice clean water. And he's gonna go learning. I think he's excited and nervous. All right, there's his third and final load. I think he's getting the hang of it. It's a lot to get used to, especially when you're in 20-inch row beans. And, owie, that hurt. And it's wetter out there than he would like. He said it's got some spots, some areas. And what do you expect? It's rained an inch 2 days ago, so, and I'm sure it wasn't dry to begin with. So that batch will be plenty to get this field done, and I'm gonna head back to the farm, get water back on this, and we're gonna see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you guys next time.